Wednesday, August 17th, 2022. Here's the live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. No excuses, just free picks. We just keep showing up. A little bit late today. I had a bunch of meetings. Wednesday's always my tough morning. Chris, what's your tough morning? Wednesday's always my tough one, man. I have meetings scheduled all the way up until the show and then sometimes beyond.
I think Monday morning for me, just that old adage of a case in the Mondays, that starts early for me. I have a hard time getting up on Mondays, but still do.
Anyways, had one of my better days of the season yesterday. Crushed it. I think we were on the opposite side of that walk-off in San Francisco.
Yeah. One strike away, but it's okay. It's the Arizona bullpen for you.
Yep, if it's not Melanson, it's
Ian Kennedy.
Yep. That was he gave up a triple, then a home run.
Yeah.
Almost had we had a couple more batters, he could have pitched for the cycle. 2 outs. Yeah, then it was like back-to-back exciting finishes. Milwaukee and the Dodgers, and then that one back-to-back. So my guess is some people hit and some people didn't hit on those. Some people won and some people lost.
How poetic.
I like when they say, when he's reading the comments like, nobody, am I the only one that's on? It's like, yes, you are the only person that could have possibly picked that. Doesn't even make sense, when they say that. Oh, we got full card, right? Today, Major League Baseball. Day games. Yep. We got day games. We got night games. We got all kinds of games, right? So, good stuff. What are you looking most forward to today, Chris?
Honestly, that
we want the dishonesty, not the honest.
Now, I'm interested in seeing if the Rays can pull out another one against the Yankees. I think that's the series I've been most interested in so far, and I think it's going to be really interesting to see how the Yankees bounce back. I think they have the second worst record in the American League since the beginning of August, or it might have been since the All-Star break. I can't remember which stat I read, but it hasn't been. Oh no, it's been since the Joey Gallo trade. The Yankees have been like 2-10, and the Dodgers were 11-1 or 11-2 or something like that. So, yeah, I'm kind of enjoying watching the demise of the New York Yankees.
Well,
right now.
It's just regression to the mean, I think, for the Yankees. This is to be expected. And the Rays are a team that generally turn it on after the All-Star break, so I don't think anything real surprising going on there. I think, one thing that we talked about yesterday, I got criticized in the comments, of course, for my treatment of Manoah, but we saw it once again, 4th, 5th inning, just the conditioning, he just started getting smacked around. What do you think of that, Chris?
You know what?
We know you're always in tip-top condition for these.
Peak physical condition. I think you're starting to also not necessarily, in addition to seeing the conditioning issues, you're just seeing Manoah. He hasn't had to deal with this workload before because, got to still remember, it is his first full season with the Blue Jays rotation, and I think it's just those long the chunk innings are getting to him, the bulk innings are getting to him, and I think he's going to have to sort of fix it if the Blue Jays are going to make any sort of stretch run, be sort of competitive in September. So. What to see? I think Manoah can get.
I agree with you. He's too fat. I agree with every word.
Oh my God.
He's too fat. I mean, he is. He's too. What kind of waist do you think he's sporting, Manoah? He's young. He's super young.
44.
44. I'm gonna guess he's in the 50s plus. I'm gonna guess he's twice. I'm gonna guess he's 60. Way too fat. My guess is we see like a slimmed down version of him next year, and he won't be like nearly as effective.
Kind of like what we saw from Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Well, you know who Oprah's it is Kyle Lowry.
Yeah.
He gets bigger and smaller. Anyways, you're right. I agree with you. Just too fat.
Too chunky.
Yeah. Well, I didn't say chunky. I
You went full on fat.
yeah. Problem is too fat. It's like that Seinfeld. Or Elaine's like got the old boyfriend. It's like, why'd you break up with him? It was like, well, it was kind of like boring. No, fat. All right. Let's get to some games before we start losing some friends here.
Yeah.
We got the Reds and the Phillies. Got the Nationals and the Cubs and the Twins and the Royals. Yeah, Major League Baseball afternoon action. Chris, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with the Philadelphia Phillies again. I think that the Phillies really took it to the Reds on Tuesday. And Ranger Suarez, while I'm not the biggest Ranger Suarez fan, he has pitched far better on the road this season. He's 6-1 or 7-1 with an ERA under 3 on the road this season. Nick Lodolo, he's a better pitcher than I think his numbers would indicate. I've watched a couple of his recent starts, but the problem is he still pitches at Great American Ballpark, and when you give up hits, I think it's multiplied more in Cincinnati than it is in almost any other ballpark in the majors. So I think the Phillies get to the Lodolo here. I think Suarez has another capable outing. I like the Phillies in that one. I'm going to lean towards the Cubs. I don't love them at -164, but maybe if you can get a better price on it. I think Drew Smyly just a better starter here. We've seen a small sample size from Corey Abbott, and he has pitched better at home, but the Cubs just playing the better baseball right now for me, and I'm going to take the Cubs if I can find a better line than -164.
I agree with you. I think Manoah is too fat, and I think that I'm going to take the Reds in this one too. I don't know. I think the Phillies, you can't count on them to be consistent. They've got just too many wins in a row here for my comfort zone. And with Ranger Suarez, Mr. Regression, expect to see him regress here in a hurry. I'm going to go with the Reds in that thing. I think that the other games look boring as hell to me too. As far as options, it's kind of the nice thing about betting, right? Is that at least you're interested in the Nationals Cubs game. I think that that's going to be kind of like the filler game. It's kind of like, yeah, if you ever go to like a championship boxing match and it's like, sometimes on the undercard, there's just a guy that, they know is going to probably go 12 rounds. They kind of stick that fight in there because a lot of the other fights shape up to be fast ones just so they have that time filler. And I think this is the time filler game is the Cubs and the Nationals. I think there's going to be, if Drew Smyly is the better pitcher out there, then it's going to be a long day at the office. It's going to be a very long day. And I do think Alek Manoah could probably stand to lose, 50 to 60 pounds. We should send an email. It's like, we recommend the Jell-O diet. We'll just make up a diet for him. How about the Jell-O diet? All gelatin.
Isn't that what he is right now?
Can I have? What about pork gravy? Well, as long as it's in gelatin form, you can have it as much.
He just gets things that just hold in gelatin for him. Like he gets the can of cranberry sauce and it's still wiggling on the plate. And...
Well, have you ever seen like potted meat products? How sometimes they'll have like jelly around them. So like you can't eat the actual potted meat, just the jelly surrounding the potted meat product, whatever the case may be.
Is that what you're gonna call Alek Manoah now? The can of potted meat?
No, I think he's on the pure gelatin diet. As long as it's in gelatin form. What else is like in gelatin form? Isn't there what do they call that stuff in Cincinnati? Geta. Have you ever heard of Geta?
No.
Oh, you got to Google this one. It's basically oatmeal with pork, like in gelatinous form. Yeah. Anyone out there from Cincinnati in the in the comments that can describe what geta is? It's basically oatmeal with pork.
Cincinnati sausage green patties.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Like, wait a minute, this sounds pretty good.
I mean, it's an easy recipe. I could try it.
Send it over to Manoa. It's like, look, we're putting you on a pure gelatin diet. The thing is, it's like when there's no way that a guy that big can go, deep into the season and deep into games. It's like he started off, he was gangbusters in that game, and then 4 runs were on the board before you knew it. 5th inning, right? That's usually that's usually where the pitchers die, 5th inning.
Yeah.
But not with our pure gelatin diet, he won't be.
not with our geta.
It's like, like when you take the Thanksgiving gravy and you put it in the fridge till the next day. So he can technically have the gravy. He just can't reheat it.
Has to wait a day.
He just can't reheat it in the microwave. It's a pure gelatin form. It's in its gelatin format. It's like, I tell you, I got a secret for you, Alec. Add a little cornstarch to it. It'll all turn to gelatin for you, no matter what it is. It's like steak? Well, not steak.
He cuts the strip off, and it's like paper thin. He's like, I can see through it.
I wonder, what do they list him as?
I think it was 6'6", 285.
Oh, no way. No way.
That's what I saw.
No chance. No chance. Alec Manoa, 6'6", 285. No chance. No chance. People ask Google questions. How tall is Alex Manoa? How old is Manoa? How much does Alec Manoa get paid? What nationality is Manoa? No, they want to know how fat he is, actually.
What is the Manoa diet?
No, we want to know exactly just how fat he is. It's like, all right. Go next. Are you going to finish those French fries? Sorry. They're not in gelatin form. Got the Blue Jays and the Orioles, the rematch. Got the Angels, Jorge Kirby, up against Tuki Toussaint. And then Miami versus San Diego, Pablo Lopez up against Mike Clevenger. What's going to finish first, the Nationals-Cubs game or the Nationals-Cubs game? Someone's calling me. Who would be calling me?
Maybe the person that ghosted you.
It's probably like a crank call or something. Should I answer it on the line? Can you hear it?
No, I can't.
I'm sure it is. What is
so what's
31 area code? 931 area code. Middle Tennessee. It's odd.
Yeah, they're probably calling to find out about your air ducts.
You think so?
Oh, yeah, I get those all the time.
Nah, I think this is like, I don't know what it is. I don't know anyone 931. Brian Hasey, my college roommate, says the Tony Armas diet. We used to sit in center field in Boston, yell at Tony Armas, calling him a fat piece of shit. Tony, he'd turn around, he'd wave, be like, "You fat piece of crap." All right. Well,
so which game did you say was going to end first? The Cubs Nationals or
the Padres Marlins?
No, I think Padres Marlins for sure.
They got a 3-hour head start on them. So it's the Blue Jays, the Orioles, the Angels, Mariners, and the Marlins against the Padres. I had the Orioles yesterday as a premium pick, plus 190 with Dean Kramer. So what do you got here, Chris?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Seattle Mariners here. It's for me just plain flat out. I'm gonna go. I like George Kirby. I like the way he's pitched. And I like the way he's pitched against the Los Angeles Angels this season. He's had two solid starts against the Angels. And Tuki Toussaint does nothing for me. The Angels just keep finding ways to lose when they do. They keep finding new ways to lose. First, it was a 6-2 loss on Monday. Then it was 8-2 last night. Maybe you go even further, go 10-2 tonight. But either way, I like the Seattle Mariners to get another one over the Angels here. And I'm going to go with the under 7 in that Padres Marlins game. I think this is just going to be another game where the offenses end up, struggling to score. Mike Clevenger, obviously a lot better than, I gave him credit for earlier on in the season. I think he's allowed 1 run or less in 4 of his last 5 starts. I could be wrong on that one, but Pablo Lopez has pitched well at home. He's sort of fixed the issues that he was having against the New York Mets a few starts ago, and I think this is just going to be a first to 3 wins kind of game. So give me the under 7 Marlins Padres.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Jorge Kirby and the Mariners here. I just think he's one of those guys that, a couple of years from now, we'll still be talking about how great he is. And then, I don't know, the Blue Jays to me are just a sad sack of crap. 2-8 in their last 10. Meanwhile, the Orioles continuing to get, plus 150 odds on them. Very tough to turn that down. And then, I don't know, I think the Twins, Mally, I don't love it, but I like it enough. I like it better than the alternative. Oh, that was the last slot. I think this Marlins-Padres game is going to be over by 6 o'clock Eastern time. It starts at 4:10. I think it's going to be over by 6. I like the under and time limit in that game. What are you selling today, Chris? Anything?
For me today, I've got my $15 pickoff play. Like I said, we were 1 strike away from making it back-to-back with the Diamondbacks yesterday, but it's not meant to be, but we come back today, hit it hard. I've got my $15 play there. I've also got my walk-off Wednesday 3-pack for $40. That $15 play included in the 3-pack, so definitely take advantage of it and use that promo code OG15 for 15% off of Pick Dogs Premium.
I have 3 in a row now on my $15 big play. I had the Braves yesterday against the Mets. I've been on the Mets or the Braves a ton all season long. I've been hitting on both those teams left and right, but I don't know. It just seemed when the Mets beat up on the Braves so badly in New York, it just seemed like, the Braves were going to turn the table on them. Did you see that home run that Olsen hit last night?
No.
Google that. Google Olsen's.
Oh, I heard it was crushed.
It was like the no doubter of no doubters. Like the people in the upper deck were like going back trying to like catch the ball. It goes sailing over their head onto the roof of the stadium. It was like it's got to be the longest home run of the season. It has to be. It was absolutely belted. But I got my $15 big play. If you have my long-term package, you get like 10 picks today. I love today's card. So be sure to grab it. Grab that package. Got the Pittsburgh Pirates against the Boston Red Sox. There was a YouTube comment that because Romanelli picked the Pirates, he works for the books. New York Yankees versus Tampa Bay Rays and Cleveland Guardians versus Detroit Tigers. Yeah, that was my favorite. It was like I saved it. Let me see if I can get it on the screen here. This was the best. I know Romanelli will appreciate that I show it. Oh, did it not go on there? There it is. It says, yesterday he picked the Yankees, Pirates, and Blue Jays. These cappers work for the bookies. Forget that he had the Brewers in the as his big play, right? And I think he went, I think he's hit like almost there. Like yesterday, he picked the Yankees, Pirates, and Blue Jays. These guys work for the Bucks. I actually had the other side in all those games. But anyways.
Well, his last name's Coke. I'm more of a Pepsi guy myself, but that's besides the point. Are we on the next slot? Yeah.
Yeah, we're on the slot. I read them off.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go with the Pittsburgh Pirates here. I'm gonna follow Romanelli's lead here, but I also like the over in that game. Rich Hill has been nothing more than a 5 inning guy, and his 2 starts since returning from the injured list to start the month of August. He's allowed 4 runs in each. He hasn't made it past the 5th inning, so I think the Pirates could get to Hill here. I also expect the Red Sox to get a couple off Roansy Contreras, who spent some time in the minors, sort of as a limit restriction on his major league innings. But yeah, I expect this one to finish over 9 runs, and I expect the Pirates to get the win here, get some revenge. So give me the Pirates in that one, and give me the Tampa Bay Rays again. I know Corey Kluber got rocked in his last start, but the Tampa Bay Rays just a thorn in the Yankees' side. The Yankees in a full-on tailspin, and even though Domingo Germán's been pitching increasingly better since that season debut against Houston, I just don't want any part of the Yankees right now. So give me the Tampa Bay Rays and the plus money.
How about the comments that I've been reading, about people saying that the Yankees are losing because Stanton's out of the lineup? I mean, any sense to be made out of one player missing from a 30-man roster in a team in a sport like baseball, where it's not like he's the quarterback or something?
Well, it's not like that. He's not even the best hitter on the team. I mean, one player doesn't make a team to begin with, but even then, if you're going to try to make that argument, Stanton's not even the best hitter on that team. There are a few guys I would put ahead of him, and he hasn't been there for he's been in and out of the lineup all season. So.
What's Stanton batting this season? Do you know? I know what he's batting. It's 228. He's batting 228.
I was going to say about mid 230s or
he's got 24 home runs and 66 RBIs, but he's batting 228. That means he strikes out a ton.
Yeah. I mean, I'd obviously still want to have Aaron Judge over him, Anthony Rizzo. I'd like DJ LeMahieu.
Out of 289 at bats, he's got 66 hits.
Yeah. I mean,
I think I'm never one of these win as a team, lose as a team guys. I say thing goes wrong, you point some fingers, you assign some blame, but I think you blame Aaron Boone here.
Oh yeah.
Can't fire the team. Fire the manager.
First manager to ever get fired, 72-45.
Oh, it happens. Where it happens is New York.
Yeah.
Giancarlo Stanton's out. I couldn't believe it. I read that comment. I was like, what? What are you talking about? It's called regression to the mean. But the Yankees were going to win 140 games this season or something. It's not going to happen. I like Roansy Contreras. I'm a big Contreras guy. Everyone knows that. Pirates first 5 for me. That one. And I'll take the Guardians here against the Tigers. The Guardians, they get to the lead and then they lose to the Tigers. It's like that American League Central is coming right down to it. Anyways, Theodore Visger was playing Merrill Kelly in fantasy last night. What is it? That sounds like almost weird. It's like, did you have to dress up like him? Is that how that works? It's like, this sounds crazy. This is like horrible, man. It's like this fantasy party, and then there's a huge blast from Crawford. I don't even want to get into it, to be honest with you. It's like, can't make this stuff up.
It's like everybody dresses up as the D-backs, and it's like everybody's having fun, and then the music stops, the record screeches when Crawford hits that home run. That's what it was for me last night.
Oh yeah, I had the Giants, and I had hit every game. So I had hit every premium pick. I'd also hit every pick in my 7 for 7. I was 6 for 6 in my 7 for 7 video. I had hit every premium pick, and I got 2 outs, 2 strikes, and Crawford hits that home run.
That's what it was meant to be. It was one of those days.
Anyways, it happens. I haven't had a lot of them this baseball season. That's for sure. But actually, my last 2 days on my 7 free picks in 5 minutes, I think I've hit 13 or 14 of them. So 2 days in a row, I know. Anyways, we got the Braves and the Mets, the Cardinals and the Rockies, and we got another marathoner here, the Rangers and the A's. What do you think of these?
Well, I'm gonna go with the Cardinals on the run line. I don't want any part of Herman Marquez, and usually this is when the Cardinals start stringing the wins together. They've been playing extremely well over the last couple of weeks, and while you're starting to see that Jordan Montgomery thing carry over from the Yankees, where he's either extremely overpriced or you can maybe find some value on him. Minus 205, normally not a price I like with Montgomery. I think this is just about the Cardinals playing better baseball and really turning it on in the last month and really focusing on locking up that NL Central title. So I'll take the Cardinals on the run line in that one. I'm going to take the under 9 in Oakland and Texas. I know Adam Aller's been terrible, and Cole Ragans did have a bad start last time out. Ragans pitched better at home in his lone start for the Rangers, and I think this is just going to be one of those games where the offense fails to produce so much that the pitching might actually look better than it actually is. I think this is a 4-3 kind of game, so give me the under 9 in that one.
I like the over in the Braves Mets. I think that we're going to see some runs. I think that these are two guys that you get to them early too. Odorizzi and Scherzer. I think it's still payback time for the Braves against the Mets, and we're seeing them just hammer them. Just absolutely hammer them. So tough to get off of the Braves and tough to get off of the over with those two teams. So I like the Braves and over. I also like the Oakland A's, Adam Oller, and I like the over in that thing too. And way over. Brewers against the Dodgers. That was an exciting game. Got the White Sox and the Astros. That was an exciting game. And the Giants and the Diamondbacks. That was an exciting game. We got 3 exciting rematches. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it was definitely a great way to close out the card last night. But I'm going to go with the Houston Astros here. I know, the Chicago White Sox in the mix for the AL Central, but Michael Kopech, the White Sox haven't really been winning his starts at home. 3-7 in his last 10 home starts, and Framber Valdez does pitch far better on the road this season. So I'll go with the Houston Astros there, and I'll lean towards the Dodgers. Don't love it, especially after Milwaukee has all the momentum after last night. I just think Tony Gonsolin is starting to find his form a little bit again, and the Dodgers just find ways to win games with him on the road. Winners of 7 straight road starts from Gonsolin, and I think they can get another one here to salvage something from this series. So give me the Dodgers there.
All right, I'm going to use some technical betting terms here. So if you guys have any questions or stuff, you can feel free to ask in the comments. But I definitely believe that the Astros are the White Sox bitch, and that's the way they've kind of come across in this series. And I think the technical term is they own them, right? Or they're their daddy. But I like the old-fashioned way. I just say that they're their bitch, right? And it's kind of like the White Sox, they've toyed with it. It's kind of like Lucy pulling the football away from Charlie Brown. It's like they have him dead in the 8th inning, and then the White Sox have beaten them. And right now, the White Sox are rolling. This is a team that's underachieved all season long. So now it's like they found themselves. They're winning at home. They're winning at home as dogs. They've got the streaks going. We go to our betting tools. They got a streak going. It's like they got it all going here. There's no way I could take the Astros here because they're the White Sox bitch. It's pretty much the reason why. It's like, what's your reasoning behind that? It's like, they're a bitch.
pull out the whiteboard. If you look at the equation here.
Yes. The White Sox have won 7 in a row at home and covered the run line in each of those 7 games. Too bad the White Sox are everyone else's bitch. But I don't think so. The White Sox are rolling. They're getting hot at the right time. Nothing matters, the playoffs is a new season. It's whoever's hot going into the playoffs. Yeah, the White Sox beat the Astros in the World Series many years ago. Not all that many years ago. 2005. Yep. Anyways, I agree with you, Chris. I like the White Sox here. For reasons I explained. And I like the I like the Giants. I don't like the price here with Rodon. Same thing. The Giants, it's like they've had the chance to put them away, and now here they are above 500 after this lousy run that they went on. And I would like to put a wager as well, a futures wager, that the Giants make the postseason and the Padres don't. So who do you think, like, of the Yankees, the Blue Jays, and the Padres, which of those three, teams that are, possible playoff teams have been the most straight ass over the last 2 weeks?
It's so hard.
I think the Padres have just been.
I was going to say the Padres, just for if you compare with how much hype was thrown around after they made all those moves at the deadline, and just how many clunkers they've put in since then. I would say the Padres, but just overall form, because they didn't really do all that much. The Yankees and Blue Jays, I could definitely see why you threw them in that grouping.
Well, the Blue Jays, I think, have been way underachieving. 2-8 in their last 10 games, and a lot of those games are at home when they're playing against skeleton teams of other teams that the players can't travel across the border. Yeah. And maybe it's not as publicized with every series, but every series there are players from other teams that can't travel, and I believe that the other teams, when the Blue Jays play on the road, should get to pick two Blue Jays players of their choice that don't get to play in the game or the series. 2 to 3. I think that would be fair. Do you think they would go for that?
Potentially. I don't know. Probably not. Depends on who gets to pick the players.
Put it this way. Tomorrow we got Barrios against Montas, and I don't think the Yankees would pick Barrios as one of those two guys sitting. You like the over in that one?
Alternate first inning line.
Well, the Blue Jays have been garbage, but the Padres have been playing against the Marlins and getting outscored on a daily basis.
So I made a good point in the chat. Only team to let the Marlins score 4 runs in August.
It's true.
Yeah.
All right. Well, parlay time.
All righty. I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay Rays on the money line. I'll go with the Pittsburgh Pirates on the money line, and the under 7 Marlins and Padres.
Maybe I'll join Manoa on that gelatin diet. So to see how it works out for me. You got sugar-free Jello. You got regular. What's your favorite color Jello? Like if you're just going with straight Jello.
Orange.
I like yellow and green. It's like what? So the thing is, like, if you're on a gelatin diet, would pudding be an option? No, I wouldn't. I don't really think so. It doesn't quite have the consistency of the Jello that we're looking for.
He's looking for loopholes. It says Jello on the package.
It's like, how about this tapioca? It's like, I don't think so. All right, let me find a parlay for everybody. I got so many premium picks, it makes it tough. But I do like the over in this Rangers-A's game. I like the San Francisco Giants on the run line there, and I will take the Atlanta Braves against the Mets. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining us. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you, and love to hear your thoughts about like who's worse, the Padres, the Blue Jays, or the Yankees, and what Alek Manoah can do to become a better player, because it seems like he has a chance to be some of that wasted talent.